A security analyst joining us live from New York. Jok, thank you very much for your time. We'll come to the humanitarian situation in just a moment, but South Kordofan state appears to have become the new front line in this conflict, and it also appears that both sides are using advanced drone weaponry more and more.
That is correct. Especially the town of Kadugli has been the scene of many drone attacks over the past 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks. Yesterday, another drone attack targeting the military installations, the headquarters, the division centers of the Sudan Armed Forces targeted by Rapid Support Force the drones. So this is currently the epicenter of that conflict. Following many months, probably the war is going to 3 years in April, this April, and northern Darfur and Darfur in general has been the besieged and the center of fighting over the past year. But now Kordofan is, especially South Kordofan, is the area where a lot of fighting is taking place. I think there is a need, or there is a plan by both sides to clear the other from that area because of its vicinity to the oil production fields.
Okay, so that's why it's seen as a strategic gain if either side can take it. But they do appear to be evenly matched, these sides, and also equally well armed, which is just going to lead to more civilian deaths and the UN warning of more mass killings and violations against civilians. Volker Turk from the UN also saying that inaction will just lead to even greater horrors. But the UN's been saying this for some time now. What can be done to bring this to an end?
Well, the most puzzling thing about Sudan's conflict has been its absence from the radar screens of the powers that be, whether you are talking about the United Nations or regional powers. There is no concerted effort for Saudi Arabia, for UAE, for Sudan, for Egypt and for United States, the countries that have been involved in attempts to broker this an end to this conflict. Nothing has been happening, and the result of it, of course, is that it's not being reported widely because it's also very difficult to access, both in terms of media but also in terms of the humanitarian inputs that you mentioned. South Kordofan is definitely now joining Darfur in terms of the ghastly nature of the humanitarian needs there, especially among children. Sudan continues to be the worst humanitarian situation as we speak, with almost 2/3 of Sudan's population displaced and facing dire food needs. 15 million people are at the risk of starvation. So it is very puzzling that the world is not talking as much about Sudan's conflict as we think it should. And the reason is that there is no agreement between the forces that are on both sides of the conflict, like UAE being behind RSF and Egypt being behind SAF, and they are not agreeing where to sit. The United States president has recently made overtures that it really wants to get involved in bringing about brokering of this conflict. And we are yet to see how the U.S. is going to move the chips to get these other regional powers to join, and to convince the parties themselves to prioritize a ceasefire in order for humanitarian access to be obtained.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be happening on those fronts.
Yeah, and it is desperately needed, that humanitarian aid. Jok, thank you very much indeed for your input. Jok Madut Jok joining us there from New York.